Let's go to Illinois, where Comptroller Susana Mendoza says she's immediately suspending what she calls offset fund payments to Dolton because the village failed to turn over annual financial reports to her office. This year's total with withheld funds comes out to be about $135,000. Mendoza said she is also threatening fines of nearly $30,000 if Dolton doesn't file the required reports. In a news release, she said that Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has, quote, willfully refused to turn over the annual reports all municipalities are required to file with her office for the last 2 years. In a report she presented to the public and Dolton trustees at a meeting on August 8th, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said the village had not complied with state law requiring the filing of annual financial reports. The offset money comes from parking tickets and traffic fines that an individual in the community has not paid. The comptroller withholds the funds owed from individuals' state income tax refunds and distributes them to municipalities. You know, Henyard came on this show and she sat here and blamed everybody else. And this to me is just stupid. I don't understand, Matt, why in the hell, she wants to run around and act like, oh, she's done nothing wrong and it's everybody else. How do you not turn over financial reports to the state comptroller? And so you don't get the benefit of the doubt by saying, oh, it's all of my enemies, they're mad at me, I'm a young black woman. No. You refuse to do your damn job. I have never seen this level of not only incompetence, but also just flagrant abuse. This is not a big city, okay? It's a little bitty ass town in the south suburbs of Chicago. I mean, geez.
Yeah, well, I don't know, Roland. I mean, look, people hit licks. That's what's happened in this city. They've been hitting the lick on the, let's just get honest, okay? They've been hitting the lick on the public coffers, and they got caught up. And they are apparently halfway crooks, but that's a different conversation. In any event, it makes no sense that you don't have, public financial records for a public entity like a city. And, the great irony of this that I wanted to say on the last show is I listened to a podcast not long ago. Ronald Reagan's hometown, Dixon, Illinois, which is like 150 miles away from there, is actually the place where the comptroller there staged the largest, basically, embezzlement scheme ever from a municipality, a woman named Rita Cromwell.
Oh, my God.
$1 billion.
Yo, she was straight ass thieving, and she was for equestrian.
For 30 years, and Terry Bradshaw was like, yo, I need to get with your horses. You got all this money. How you got this money? And that's because she was hitting the lick on the public coffers, my brother. So I think what might have happened here is somebody lining them pockets, and that's why they don't have any financial records. And I don't know why she would come on your show or any other show, because right now I don't have the evidence. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of times where there is smoke, there is a fire. And I anticipate she will be, unfortunately, heading to prison, as will anybody else who helped with this embezzlement. And I say that tongue in cheek, but the sad reality is that's likely what you're looking at, because for that to be as small a municipality as it is, there is absolutely no way you can substantiate not only not having financial records, but if I remember correctly, they didn't even have an accountant for some period of time, if that's right. So if that's the case, you don't even have a financial officer who's overlooking the coffers of the city. That's a huge problem. And this is public money. So the public trust has been violated, both literally and figuratively. And I don't know how it'll be, repaired there. But I think some people there need to get criminal defense lawyers if they don't already. I think she had one that came to a meeting recently.
It's just, to me, it's just stupid. It's just stupid, Kelly. I mean, at the end, all of this drama, all of this, this back and forth. And again, when she came out here, people like, man, you didn't tear her apart. First of all, again, for all people who didn't understand, you can't tear somebody apart unless you have the factual information. So my whole deal was, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I'm going to get you on record, and then we're going to then compare what actually happens to what you actually said. And the thing here is, this is not that difficult. We talking about a little bitty ass town. We're not talking about the city of Chicago. We're talking about Dolton, Illinois, okay? I don't understand. I'm not dissing Dolton, but it's not large. And so I don't understand how you can be the mayor. You're not getting along with the damn trustees, so you don't want to deal with them. You're ordering you order employees what they can and can't not do. That's not how people lead. So she could be sitting here mad with all these news stories. Sorry, you created this drama, Mayor Henyard.
I mean, and we've seen this several times across jurisdictions, people who, just got too much dip on their chip and get caught up. What Matt said, I was like, I thought there was no such thing as halfway crooks, but I digress. Maybe she's halfway, maybe she's all the way. I don't know. What I know is that she got caught, and you cannot use your skin color or your gender to get out of something that you actually did. You can't use either of those things to get out of anything, period. But for sure, accountability needs to be held here. And that's apparently what's happening. So, it appears that she's digging herself, her own grave. And, like the young people say now, let her cook.
Well, I mean, here's a perfect example. Okay, look at this headline. Henyard to Dolton cops during police power struggle. Stop playing these silly games. So she literally again, this is how just nonsensical it is. She literally tells the officers, keep following the orders of her hand-picked police chief. Even though homeboy's on leave after being indicted for federal bankruptcy fraud charge. If I'm a cop, I'm not listening to somebody who got indicted.
Yeah, Roland, this is like corruption on top of stupidity, on top of corruption, on top of greed. You just sit back. It's like they couldn't, if somebody was going to sit down and write a movie about this, nobody would believe the movie. I mean, this is just too far-fetched. So, I saw the interview you did with the trustee. I think we had her on. You had her on last Friday when we were on, and I know this is a little bitty town, as you call it, but I also have to wonder. I know former Mayor Lori Lightfoot did an audit and found all these millions of dollars that they were in the red. I think $3.5 million, something like that, almost $4 million that they're in the red. Things like this, and I have to ask, okay, there had to be some other people that knew what was going on. There had to be, and I'm not trying to let the mayor off the hook, but I'm like, wait a second, hold on. You're not getting the proper financial statements, all of this. You don't have an accountant, things like that. I mean.
Well, yeah, because there are people who she say they report to me, not anybody else. And so, to me, again, it's nonsensical, it's stupid, it makes no sense. Yes. And the bottom line is, Mayor Henyard, keep playing games, you're gonna get your ass indicted. Okay, so your police chief got indicted on the bankruptcy charge. Your former top aide, Keith Freeman, got indicted. Same thing. So I'm just saying. I mean, F around and find out.
Patrick got indicted.
So right. Don't think that you can just keep just playing in folk face and think it's always going to be well. That's just so stupid.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us.
We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland at RolandSMartin.com.